Hey everyone, hello and welcome back to Pete's Plastic Playground. Just checking in. It's a funny week this week 'cause it's in between bank holidays, but I've given to understand it's Wednesday today. So anyway, I just thought I'd check in because today I had an opportunity to pop into Gauge Master Models down in Arundel in Sussex, and I needed to get some paints for a current project, and while I was in there, I picked up a couple of interesting little bits. So the build in question at the moment is the Airfix 148 Messerschmitt ME109. Just looking at the box, the BF 109E or E-4 slash E-1 for to get it right, but I'm doing the -4 variant, the one that could have the bomb underneath, but I'm not doing the bomb. Nice, you can pose the flaps, and you can pose the vertical stabilizers and the rudder and so on, which I've done in sort of neutral positions so far, but seriously thinking about putting a bit of paint on it tonight. But I popped into Gauge Master because I had a call nearby, and I had about an hour and a half to kill, so I went there and got my bits, and then I went to Morrison's and got one of their very nice pasties. But I've got back into these Humbrol acrylics, having used them on a couple of occasions recently with great success. Now, I built a little Wildcat recently, and I brush painted it with Humbrol acrylics, and I'd not been that happy with them before, but I think I got the mix of thinners right this time, and it actually went on very, very well indeed. So I went into Gauge Master and I brought myself five little dropper bottles. Here they all are. So I got number 240, which is a grey green matte. I got a yellow, which is number 154, which is right for the ME109. I got number 242, which is that blackish green for the Luftwaffe colours. I brought a flesh colour because that always comes in handy, and I brought number 241, which is the other dark green required for the Luftwaffe camo. While I was in there, I brought a couple of Revel aqua colours, just white, which are really still my favourite paints. I think Revel aqua colour, I do get on well with them. They're pretty good. And I brought another little tube of this glue, which I tend to use the Tamiya thin cement as well as this, depending on the job at hand, but one of these seems to last for years. A cheap pair of sprue snips, £5 thereabouts in there, just because, you know what, you can pay, crikey, how much, 30 quid for a pair of sprue snips. Now, I'm sure they're fantastic, but for what I need, £5's fine. And then onto this bit of an impulse, just because I was in a position to get it, a Gauge Master's own brand. Now, anybody who knows Gauge Master knows that they're famous for their model railway equipment, and I've got a Gauge Master controller on my layout. But this is a little tiny mini rechargeable cordless Dremel, and it's not a Dremel, it's a mini it's a mini drill, I suppose, with a variety of applications. So I decided I'd have one just in case I ever need it, and sometimes you do. And the reason I thought I might try this, I shall show you now. I'll swap the camera position round and try not to make too much noise when I'm holding the camera, and show you how it all works. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to pull it out the box now with minimal fuss, and show you this device. So it comes neatly packaged. Here's the machine itself, and it's rechargeable, and you get a little micro USB lead with it, which you can plug into any standard mobile phone charger socket. And then there's the machine itself. It's got this teeny weeny little chuck, and a push button so you can lock the chuck and just turn it and tighten whatever piece of kit you've got going into the jaws of the chuck there. But this is what I really liked. It's got 3 speed selections. So you press the power button under my thumb there, and it whizzes up to speed, and then it's slowed right down. Can you hear that? I don't know how many RPM that's doing, but you could do some real sort of like gently polishing or gently sanding or something on that speed. And because it's cordless, it'll go anywhere. And then rev it up a little bit to a mid-range setting, and then push it again, and it's super duper whizzy fast. So and you can get the idea of the size of it compared to my hand. It's what is it, about 5.5 inches long maybe. And then switch it again and it goes off. Interestingly, when you first switch it on, it goes quite fast and then pairs back to speed 1, and then you have to cycle through the speeds to switch it off again. So what a great little piece of kit. I've got high hopes of it, and it feels quite comfortable to hold. You know, if you were, I don't know, what would you do? Maybe there was a big burr on a piece of plastic that you wanted to get rid of, or if you want to shape a piece of plastic or something like that, then I think it's just quite easy to hold and manipulate and work with. Dead easy for drilling little holes, and probably a little simpler than using the old Archimedes twist drill. Also in the pack was this rather dainty little packet of accessories. And so what we have here, if I can ever open it, so there's a couple of sanding pieces, and a little brass polishing piece, a slightly finer one, a mandrel for holding saw blades, a little auger bit, and some stone polishes, as well as I don't know what I'd call this one, maybe I'd call it a burring drill, a burring bit. So if you wanted to do some burring, that's the one you could use. Burr. So there we are, that's that. So I thought that little device was from memory £24.95, I think, and so I hope that'll be 25 quid well spent, and a useful little addition to the arsenal of tools in Pete's Plastic Playground. A couple of other new things recently, which I'll just show you quickly. Big shout out to my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law for the new cutting mat on the desk, and I've also brought myself some of these. These are actually Vallejo branded paint racks. So there's a straight piece there and a corner piece. Got them on Amazon for about 16 quid a piece, thereabouts. And as you can see, good for your dropper bottles, good for the rest of all the clutter, and you know, maybe 50 holes for brushes in the back there. Every brush you could ever need. So quite a nice little storage system, and I put my tool rack next to it. So and I put my old one over in that corner, look, so that's got some old Humbrol paints on in there. So there it is. There's a quick view of the desk, and the current build. I always like to hang the picture up to give me some inspiration, and so there we are. That's what I'm building now. So just a quick check-in from Pete's Plastic Playground. The motor torpedo boat is there, still underway, still doing it. Decals and rigging still to complete. Not done yet because frankly I haven't been in the mood. But there is a shorts video showing the sea that I've you know, the sort of representation of the sea that I've made with the old tin foil and white paint and so on. You know, does it look any good? You be the judge. But on the other hand, it's not finished yet, but we shall see. So so there we are. That's it. Nice to have a light evening. And I don't know if I ever did show you the little Hellcat, did I? There it is there. I put it on a base with a little stem on it, but quite happy with that one. I can't remember if that ever featured in a video. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but there it is. Perhaps I'll give you a better look at it next time. It was the little Airfix 172 Hellcat F4F, and I've built about 4 of them now, and this is the first one that I've got what I consider to be a decent finish on. Well, I was happy with it anyway. So so there we are. Crikey, so much stuff in here at the moment, but there we are. Oh yeah, I'll tell you, I will show you this. There was a happy event actually recently. It was my birthday. My mum brought me this mug, and I've never ever seen this mug before. And look at that, it's got a Beaufort on it. How unusual is that? So it's all British World War II warbirds. Wellington, Lancaster, Hurricane, obligatory Spitfire, and the Beaufort. Fantastic. So I thought that was a really good spot by my mum. I think she found it in a garden centre somewhere. Well done, mum. So that's it for now. Just a quick check in, and hope you're all keeping well, and I'll see you again soon. All the best. Happy modelling from Pete's Plastic Playground.